3 clicks to the right, 3 clicks to the left. Let's open the vault tonight. It's your Pratt Pack. We're in historic East Liverpool, Ohio. Mandy, you can come a little closer with that camera. Mandy doing the filming here tonight. It's time to get caught up with the head basketball coach of the East Liverpool Potters, Kade Reynolds. Look, Beaver Local, I was shocked. Congratulations to Coach Miller. Big win for his program. St. Clairsville, no Kirby there either. Tight basketball game, but then it was Weir High recently and you did a number on them. So let's talk Beaver Local and a very hungry Beaver Local Fighting Beavers team that night.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big win for Beaver Local. I mean, the first time that they've caught us in I think 8 years, and their kids wanted it. They played extremely hard, and we got put in a hole and we just couldn't dig ourselves out of. But it looks like the way things are lining up, we're going to get to go back to Beaver Local for OVAC semifinals. So the kids definitely want to give them another run.
So I'm reading the game details of the St. Clairsville game. Man, that's a behemoth matchup. You two really the top headline grabbers week after week, and it came down to a bucket. So talk about that game.
Yeah, St. Clairsville starts a kid that's 6'7". They start another kid who's 6'4", and it's no secret without Deshaun, we're not very big. But man, we battled. Blake Atkins had a night. I think he had a double-double, 11 points, like 13 or 14 rebounds. The kids played really hard, and I knew a game like that, a championship game, was going to come down to the last few possessions, and unfortunately we caught ourselves on the wrong end of it.
Now, Weir High, that was pretty much what everybody expected. Tell me about their program. What do they look like right now?
Weirton's young. They actually started a freshman, I think, and a sophomore and a junior. Super athletic. They pressed nonstop, 100% pressure the whole entire time. I think they got it going on. I think they got a good coach. I think they're on the up. I really do. But I think we had a lot of built-up anger and a lot of stuff we had to get out. And last night was definitely a good night for that.
So Wheeling Park coming up next, another road game. Seems like you guys have been gone forever.
Yeah.
Talk about Wheeling Park.
Another great program. They lost a couple kids due to transfers lately, but you know that they are very well coached, super disciplined. They do everything the right way. They work really hard, and it's another road game, like you said. So it's always tough to win down there.
So, as we all know, Kirby will be leaving at the end of the school year. Really incredible talent football-wise, and he kind of reminds me, I told you earlier, of another football guy who was an exceptional basketball player. Wide body, very physically strong, taking the ball off the glass, obviously. Always had great vision on the court, had a nice touch underneath. And how do you replace someone who's that wide body, who may not be a guy with a lot of hops, but can play the game and can be that enforcer that you need in this very physical games, especially inside the paint? What do you do? How do you replace somebody like that?
Hopefully, our sophomore, Drakeem Abercrombie, is learning everything he can from Deshaun and Deshaun's brother. Deshaun's younger brother is a freshman. He works really hard. Hopefully those guys, they're getting beat up by him every day at practice, but I think it's making them better. But one thing we're really going to miss that people don't realize about Deshaun is his passing. Deshaun passes the ball phenomenal. 2 nights ago against Weirton, he missed a triple-double by 3 assists. He outlets the ball really well. He's just a talented big man and knows how to find guards when they're open, and our guards are really starting to learn how to play off of him and feed off of him. But as far as replacing him, it's going to take a while, but like I said, hopefully these younger guys are watching him and learning some.
All right, as you move towards the postseason, some things you're still working on, obviously game plan, game after game, always adding and subtracting. Talk about where you are right now.
We went on a 3-game skid. We weren't playing very good basketball. There's no question about it. But right now, a long season like basketball, it's going to have its peaks and its valleys. And I think we're starting to be back on the up. We're climbing back up to a peak, which is fine. Obviously the kids want to win every game. I want to win every game. But I'd rather peak at the right time than have a 20-0 season and fall apart in the playoffs. So I think we're getting back on the right track. We're starting to really find our identity on defense, because that's what's going to win them, sectional district games.
Everybody healthy?
Yeah, we're all healthy. Everyone's good. Knock on wood, no injuries, no flu bugs or anything. So I think we're starting to, really starting to get where we need to go.
Do you still give opportunities to some of the underclassmen if they start to show some grit, maybe a practice, just a little bit of time to see how they can handle themselves in case they get thrusted into that situation during the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like we've talked about before, with 8 seniors, it is really tough. But any chance we get, especially coming down the stretch in a road game, in an OVAC game, I mean, there's always going to be chances that if we can get some young guys in just to get them that experience, that they definitely need to do that.
A little downtime with his lovely bride and his child here tonight. Had a chance to run into a former Potter legend, in my opinion. Bobby Thayer did so much for me. He and his wife, of course, taught in the school district for a while. A lot of history here, and when you're in a restaurant, people come up to you, a lot of people my age, even younger, a little older. There's a history when it comes to being a coach in this town. You realize that's a monumental task and some big shoes, really, to fill of all the coaches who've been here before you coaching this basketball program.
Yeah, the school just made this custom video today about the horse and how the basketball team runs out to it, and it's crazy to see that the horse has been the Potter's, run out song for 51 years, and only 12 coaches have coached here. So it truly is. It's an honor to wear the blue and white. It's an honor just to coach here in general, because I know how important the people that come before me were.
So going into the off season, this is your first full season as a coach. Anything you've learned from the season that you can implement in the off season to help this team grow?
Just as much as I can get the kids together, whether it's just a team game night, just any type of unity to bring these kids together, because we're losing 8 seniors. We're losing a big core of that basketball team. So we're gonna have to get some chemistry and some teamwork and some continuity between these new kids, because we're gonna have a lot of freshmen coming up. And while I'm on the topic of young kids, tonight our 8th grade team is playing in the BMC championship, and they've won 80 games in a row. Tonight will make 81 for our 8th grade team if they can pull one out tonight. So
80 in a row.
Super special, super proud of those kids, and I think they got a bright future in the Potter uniform.
There's this other coach that we got to give a little love to. How about Rick Pitino, what he's done at St. John's this year? Come on.
College basketball needs him. I mean, it's a great thing to see, and St. John's is a really good program.
Oh,
really good
that
program.
Story.
Yeah.
My Pitt Panthers beat North Carolina, which was a cool story. You got John Calipari from Western PA headed back to Kentucky. So a lot of cool things happening in college basketball.
Yeah, I mean, college basketball is great. I mean, as much as I love the NBA, once we get towards the end of the season, there's nothing like college basketball, March Madness. Anything can happen. Any team can lose at any time. Watching them 15, 16 seeds try to make a run, it's really cool.
Speaking of the NBA, you heard it here first. Jimmy Butler will be one of the newest members playing with Kevin Durant in Phoenix.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Any thoughts on the big game Sunday, or a week from Sunday?
I told you a couple weeks ago, Patrick Mahomes. It's really hard to bet against him. He's getting the Tom Brady effect. I just think when he's in a game, he's a favorite. I mean,
but here's
he's
what's
great.
remarkable, and by the way, the Vault, all the sporting events, great food, great place to meet and greet. Think about those Valentine's Day reservations that'll be here before you know it. Cupid's going to be coming after you. But think about this. Jalen Hurts, this is his 2nd Super Bowl. I think he's even younger than Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes like 29, he's like 27. Yeah. So make no mistake about it, Jalen Hurts has got game too.
Oh, Jalen Hurts is great. I mean, he's also surrounded by talented wide receivers and probably the best running back in the game right now. What Saquon Barkley's doing is just phenomenal, and it helps as a quarterback to have a guy that you can lean on and run the ball like that, and Barkley's just been great.
Well, if you don't think the running game matters, ask Coach Thayer. He'll tell you all about the running game. When he was the coach, we had some great running backs in this town. Listen, thank you. Continued success.
Sir.
We'll be back in the Vault 1 week from tonight. That's a wrap with your Pratt Pack. Have a good evening.